who refused to accept impunity as the price of war. This exhibition stands as a testament to the resilience of survivors and the relentless pursuit of justice in diverse jurisdictions across the globe. It tells the stories of those who have suffered, fought for justice, and ultimately paved the way for a legal revolution. For 16 years, the United Nations team of experts on the rule of law and sexual violence in conflict, co-led by my office, together with OHCHR, DPO, and UNHQ, has worked shoulder to shoulder with national authorities to strengthen investigations and prosecutions of conflict-related sexual violence. This exhibition distills that global experience into milestones and lessons learned, reminding us that justice for CRSV has moved from aspiration to action in courts around the world. These panels trace a legal revolution from the early jurisprudence of the International Criminal Tribunals for Rwanda and the former Yugoslavia, where rape was recognized as a crime against humanity and an act of genocide, to more recent national and hybrid decisions on sexual slavery, forced marriage, and forced pregnancy. The arc bends towards recognition, accountability, and redress. Survivors and practitioners have pushed the law forward, case by case, judgment by judgment. This year's CSW 70 priority theme, ensuring and strengthening access to justice for all women and girls, provides the perfect lens in which to view these images. They are not only artifacts of history, they are roadmaps for delivery today. How institutions can be equipped, how evidence can be managed in trauma-informed ways, and how dignity and deterrence can be restored through the rule of law. Over the years, I have met survivors whose stories have shaped my strategic priorities and my conviction that justice must become the rule and not the exception. Their testimony is a reminder that accountability is not an abstract legal exercise. It is protection, recognition, and a promise to future generations that violence will not be cost-free. What makes tonight especially meaningful is that this exhibition stands alongside another milestone this week, the launch of the global network and community of practice for prosecutors and practitioners pursuing accountability for conflict-related sexual violence. Conceived at the Hague Conference in 2024 and built through sustained consultations with national authorities, the network was created at the request of practitioners themselves to move from isolation to connection, from parallel efforts to shared jurisprudence and practical tools. If the exhibition shows how far we have come, the network shows how we will go further by sharing best practices on charges and modes of liability, by strengthening evidentiary approaches for crimes like sexual slavery, forced marriage, and forced pregnancy, and by embedding survivor-centered and trauma-informed methods that uphold dignity and improve the quality of evidence. This is how we make progress replicable across jurisdictions. You will see in these panels the pivotal role of domestic courts, the first and often only venue where most survivors can seek redress. From the Democratic Republic of the Congo to Colombia to Ukraine, we are reminded that when institutions are equipped, survivors protected, and practitioners supported, accountability is indeed possible. Our common task is to ensure that these are not exceptional stories, but standard outcomes. Tonight, we are privileged to be joined by national and international prosecutors, litigators, victims' representatives, and experts who have driven the very cases presented in these panels. Through their investigations, courtroom advocacy, and accompaniment of survivors, they have moved justice from principle to practice. Their presence and the survivors they have stood beside remind us that behind every legal milestone stands human courage and unwavering professional dedication. Let me also acknowledge the partnership that made both this exhibition and the network possible. Member states who have provided political and financial support, our UN partners across OHCHR, DPO and UNDP. Your commitment demonstrates the power of professional solidarity and thoughtful innovation in service of a survivor-centered mandate. As you walk through the exhibition, I invite you to read the case captions, timelines, and excerpts from judgments that mark the turning points in the jurisprudence of CRSV. You will find not only legal milestones, but human stories, investigators who adapted their methods to minimize harm, prosecutors who pursued creative charging strategies, judges who set precedent by recognizing the specific character of these crimes, and survivors who stood at the center of the process with courage and agency. This exhibition is dedicated to the survivors of these heinous crimes. Each image reflects not only their pain, but also their heroism in the fight for justice. Their stories compel us to recognize our shared humanity and the duty that we all carry to advocate for their rights, dignity, and healing. The message I want to leave you with tonight is clear. CRSV will be investigated, prosecuted, and punished. Survivors will be supported and protected. Evidence will be collected and managed in trauma-informed ways. Prosecutors and practitioners will be equipped with peers to turn to, tools to deploy, and jurisprudence at their fingertips. This is not just about past achievement, it's about what we choose to do next. In the coming months, the team of experts will continue supporting national investigations and prosecutions, including through the first regional meeting of Sub-Saharan Africa prosecutors. The network will grow as more practitioners join, and we will keep curating and sharing jurisprudence that can be operationalized in real time. I invite all delegations here to encourage your prosecutors to join the network and to support the team of experts' work so this community remains vibrant and resourced. Finally, I encourage you to take part in the guided tour and to engage with our curators and practitioners who contributed to this exhibition. Your reflections and feedback are invaluable as we continue to refine these tools for those on the front lines of justice. May these images affect your hearts and mind, inspire us to act decisively, and renew our common resolve to ensure that silence breaks, justice speaks, and impunity ends. Thank you.